All right, boys. Guys, what's going on? You are in episode 9 of the Lingaholics podcast. Do you guys happen to know what date it is today?
The 14th.
Okay, correct. And what happened 3 months ago to this very day?
My man!
Yes.
The Manches way!
We're celebrating our quarter birthday today. 3 months.
Quarter birthday, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that.
Quarter birthday
Yeah.
today,
Quarter
the
birthday,
Lingaholics
that's pretty good.
podcast.
All right, cheers to
So
that,
cheers, boys.
Yeah,
Cheers. There we go.
Back at it. Codo, Marquito, yo. And yeah, it's pretty wicked. It's been a fun 3 months. 3-month ride.
It's been fun, man. It's been fun.
Nine
Busy but fun.
episodes.
Oh, yeah.
Busy but fun. So what's new with you guys? I just got into town like 2 hours ago, not even. So
Where were you?
Where was I? I go back home for a few weeks in summer, see my nieces, my family, and whatnot in Lloydminster. But then I like going. There's a place called Loon Lake, Saskatchewan. So
Saskatoon.
in
Where is that?
Saskatchewan, it's about an hour and a half north of Lloydminster. So Lloydminster's right on the border.
Hey, is Loon Lake anywhere near Meadow Lake?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Yes,
I've
it
been
is.
to Meadow Lake.
Have you?
Yeah, I went camping there with my family when I was
Oh
a kid.
yeah, man. Yeah. That'll be about an hour-ish drive.
Okay.
Further east. So I like going to the lake. I sent you guys a kayak pic yesterday on our new
Yes.
workout challenge that we've been doing on top of
Yeah.
our language challenges. But for
challenges.
languages, I just love popping in my AirPods, going for like a nice hour and a half long walk around it's like lots of lakes. It's kind of like a village. You just go for a long walk, go along the beach, go to a campsite, walk around, listen to some pod music, listen to some language, talk to me in Korean, what have
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
So yeah, that's where I was. And then but I work down south here, and the work year is rearing its head again, so figured get on back. And
Time to get going.
we also have a member departing the continent.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, man.
Our dear Marcus.
Dear
We're going home.
Marcus.
We're going home. We're going to Barca.
I'm going to Barca,
We're going to
baby.
Barca, baby.
Going to Barca.
No, it's exciting, man. I'm heading out on Monday with a
Mhm.
2-week layover in the States.
Right?
In the good part of the States, not the pinche malinche southern Coronaville.
We love the South.
Why do you?
We love the South, y'all.
Why do you have a layover in the States?
Yeah, just hanging out there,
Hanging out.
seeing some good folks.
Yeah,
Hanging
man.
out, right.
Just hanging out. So, but yeah, we're going to Barca. We're going to Barca, which means that we're going to learn some Catalan.
Yeah, I was going to say, dude.
Catalunya.
Like, you know French, you know Spanish, so...
Well, it's right in between,
Catalan.
right? It's right in between. So
Right
Is
in
it
between.
really right? I thought it was more just
Honestly-
like a branch
honestly,
off of Spanish.
it's kind of like a branch of a Spanish, but it's weird.
got a
It's
lot
different.
of French in it, though.
Does
a
it?
lot of French.
Does
Look
it?
at, yeah, it's like... Look on the French border.
I don't really have a
Barcelona.
lot of exposure to it, to be honest.
Go
with
on
you guys.
Duolingo for like 2 hours, and then just listen to some too. You'll hear it. Yeah, it's
I'll get
mostly...
the Pimsler. I'll get the Pimsler.
I don't know if
Catalan.
Does Pimsler
I
have
think they
Catalan?
got
Duolingo's got Catalan,
they got a
but...
lot of stuff.
But yeah, man, like, any of us listening to Catalan right now, you understand a lot, regardless.
Oh, you do, for sure.
Mm.
But it's
Yeah.
different.
No, it's very different. Like, yeah, I think some of the
It's different,
vocab.
for sure.
So,
But
sick,
yeah.
dude. What are you doing there? What are you doing in Barca?
So I'm going over there and I'm doing some work I'm doing some engineering work over there in a lab.
Okay.
Some related to water treatment and hydrogen gas
Right.
extraction, so renewable energy. So it'll be interesting for
Wow.
sure. But for sure, I'm gonna try to find some people to shoot the shit.
The meetup of Barcelona.
Because going there to do work, that's only 50% of it, right? That's
Dude.
that's only 50% of the
course,
reason.
man.
The other reason is
So-
going to nurture the Spanish
Of course.
/ get a little bit of Catalan in there as well. So
Catalan on the
I'm
beach.
excited for sure. So to be honest with you guys, I was initially trying to go to France
Oh, really?
because at the time I
never
was
told us
trying
that.
to find some type of internship / position, temporary position overseas. I was going for I was really into French. at the
Yeah.
time. I was
Okay.
really into French. I was going hard at French. I was studying every day, and I was like, I need some more exposure. But how do I do this?
Sure.
What's the main mechanism of getting exposure at this
Le pays.
point in my life? So I was like, I should probably get an internship somewhere in France.
Yeah.
But that was harder than I expected. and this happened to be the path of least resistance in terms of
Was it
getting an internship.
was
So
it
Barcelona.
easy in Spain, or was it just easier?
It was fairly easy. I was lucky. We had some connections there, so I was able to find a place to host me, and they were
The
interested in me as
university.
well. So yeah, the university / lab. So I'm not going there to take classes.
No, the lab there, right?
Yeah, I'm going there strictly to do laboratory work, right?
Yeah.
Experimental work. So I'm going there to innovate and try to see if I can figure out some new things.
Yeah, dude.
Going there to use your brain. Hey?
I'm going there to use my brain for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I'm going there to first of all to pick their brains in terms of what they know in terms of the technologies and the sciences that I'm working on.
What language are you doing this in? Is
So-
this in English?
So
or, or what?
so I've been trying to
The munches.
So when I applied for this whole thing, like it was a pretty big thing. Like my host supervisor there said that everything, like they have an international lab and the main work language is English, and I was
Okay.
like, bullshit. That's not what I'm looking for, really. I'm not going there to be a part of some international experience. This is
You want the
I'm going to be
Catalan,
there.
Barça,
Yes.
Español.
Yes, and anyone who tries to speak English with me, no hablo inglés.
Esta
No entiendo.
Marquito,
No entiendo.
al estudiante de ESL.
No entiendo nada, güey.
Soy sueco, no hablo inglés.
So pinche suerte.
Yeah, man. So what's your hours gonna be there? Are you done at like 4 o'clock? And go
I don't know
up
yet.
to
I don't know
town
yet.
and
I don't know yet.
tapas
I don't know
and
yet. So here's the
Fighting
thing.
in the bulls.
Here's the
or-
thing. So if anyone here has been following the news, pinche Catalonia right now, where the province where Barcelona is in, they're experiencing quite the significant second wave.
Yeah.
So this is a direct result of trying to save the tourist industry. So I don't know if you guys know anything about Spain, but their main
Poco de
source
España.
of
Yeah.
income is tourism,
Especially
during the summer.
Barcelona.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Especially Barcelona.
In the summer.
Yeah, of all
Yes.
regions.
So in a
Timing.
desperate attempt to try to save the tourist season, they opened up their borders in July, completely,
Oh.
essentially, except to the pinche gringos.
To-
everyone else,
But
everyone
any
else,
EU,
they open up.
any
Yeah.
EU people.
Any
can
EU
go in?
people plus Canadians
Wow.
plus any country that's taking Corona seriously.
Actually, speaking of this, a fun fact about Spain and tourism, and also Italy and tourism, is I saw this infographic the other day, and it was a map of the world, and it said, on every country, it had like the name of the country that those people wanted to go to travel to most. And the
Spain.
entire world,
Spain.
Italy, Spain, Italy,
Yeah.
Spain, Italy, Spain,
that's
Italy.
true. That's
the
true.
entire world.
Any France?
So-
too?
There were like
Southern France,
like
I
5
guess,
or
but-
10 countries that
Yeah.
did not have Spain or Italy.
But Spain's
Right.
number one. I think Spain has like the most visitors in the world for like a country, which
Yeah.
is
One-
crazy.
I know
just nuts,
France
yeah.
gets more visitors than actual population per year.
Well,
too.
Spain
so
for sure.
might be
Spain
the
probably
same.
goes like a magnitude
I
above
think
that.
with France, it's Paris specifically.
The Paris, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, but
But-
the freaking southern France.
But are you gonna be able to check any of that
Marseille or
out?
whatever.
Like,
I'll try. We'll see.
yeah.
So here's the thing.
it's
I'm gonna
probably
be
more
cautious
restrictions
because
than
See
I'm
how
not.
usual.
COVID goes.
I'm not gonna try to get
No.
infected. Like
No.
I'm really gonna try hard not to get
You're being vigilant.
infected. But if I can take some trips, that'd be cool. But it depends on the current situation and how
Yeah.
seriously people are taking this. So it depends. But like I'd love to go. Like my initial intention was like, hey, I'm going to Europe for 5 months. I'm gonna go all over the place. Like I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
man.
to Portugal. I'm gonna go to pinche France,
'Cause that's
Italy.
the beauty of inter-European travel, no?
That's
Like,
what
isn't
I'm
what's a
saying.
flight
Shit,
there?
it was like $20 bucks.
Yeah.
Like I flew Frankfurt to Malaga 2 years ago. $20.
Yeah, man.
Ryanair.
20
$20.
So that's just like polyglot paradise, in my opinion.
Jeez.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm gonna go.
But like most like all the big famous polyglots are European.
Yeah.
Vast
Sort
majority.
of. The vast majority.
Yeah, yeah, like, but the cool thing about North America too, and things like Langfest last year is it's growing in North America, too. Like, just think of all the different immigrant communities here in Calgary.
Yeah.
So
It's growing
we are.
for sure. It's getting a little better, but we're a little behind here. We're probably like 50 years behind.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know, but some of the like Chris Broholm from the Actual Fluency podcast, he pumps America's tires quite a bit because he's like, man, you guys have a lot of languages. there with the
Oh,
immigrant
yeah.
communities. It's just a
Yeah.
matter of like tapping into them all.
Yeah, but it's hard still. It's hard in the U.S. to go somewhere, to go to a place where they only speak that language. Like,
Yeah,
you have to be
that's
like,
no, you
Yeah.
gotta
Have to be
seek
like
it out.
Chinatown.
You gotta be like me and Cody seeking out the Korea
Yeah.
people right now.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, but that's still not full immersion though.
No.
Yeah,
no.
you're right. Full
It's not.
immersion is a
Like, you-
different
No,
story.
Like,
that's, you gotta go to the country.
Let's say you live in Germany, you go to France, that's full immersion.
Yes. You go south to Italy,
Yeah.
full immersion. But
Yeah, that's right.
yeah, man. No, I'm curious when you're there to be checking in. Like, I think you're gonna like Catalan.
We'll see. So
Like-
so to be completely frank here, like recently I haven't been going really hard with languages. I've been watching some Cuervos at night
Dude, it's
and
fine, man.
keeping up with the
Sports are
Spanish
back.
or whatever. But now
Summertime.
when I'm hopefully a little bit more relaxed, I'm gonna go hard.
Yeah, man. So
I'm gonna go hard.
great.
I'm gonna do mostly obviously Spanish,
So
but then
that
some
Catalan too.
Catalan. I'm gonna be like a sponge. I'm gonna be like a language sponge.
Dude, that's what happens when you live abroad.
I'm gonna go there. I'm just gonna take in everything.
Yeah. You have the foundation already. It's not like you're
Catalan
starting
in
from
a way.
scratch.
Yeah,
Like you
no,
have,
for sure.
dude. It's gonna be sick, man. I'm stoked.
But I'm gonna do a little bit. I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit of French in there as well. Cody,
Of
come on,
course,
that's
all right.
inappropriate right now, especially during these
Alright,
times
lost
of.
the- but we're outside though, so
Yeah, but he
man.
was still Cody. We can't
Can
have
go
stuff
away.
like that. He's been socially distancing though, so if anyone gets worried, don't.
it'll be
Cody's-
fine.
yeah,
It'll
he's
be
been-
fine.
he'll be
Mid
fine.
pod.
Yeah, man. So it's
Rick.
honestly, I'm gonna be honest. It's really exciting, and I've been looking forward to
Dude.
this a lot. And
Are they? There's no chance to go watch Barcelona game right now.
no, there's no chance. No way.
'Cause, man, I was watching Korean baseball on TSN this past weekend, and there's fans back in Korea. Like it's
They're
like
not
socially distanced. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they're
know.
not
So
there.
I'm just wondering, like, for hope for the world, live sports again. Like Korea had, I think it was like the bleachers were very sparsely filled
2021.
out.
Unless you're in New Zealand.
2021, yeah. Yeah, but even New Zealand just got a case for the first time in 102 days.
So we'll see.
But yeah, man, that's. Tell me about that street you plan on living on. Diagonal, what's it called?
Diagonal.
Diagonal. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Super famous. So, 21 who's been to Barcelona, it's a grid system like most other cities, but they have this one diagonal avenue that goes through the city, and they call it Diagonal. It's super famous. Diagonal. That's where they have all the trendy fashion shops, and you can go in there and buy whatever, anything you want, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it's super famous, and in one of some of Gaudi's most famous works lie on that street as well. So yeah, it'd be nice if we can get a nice availability in terms of housing. It's pretty good right now.
Yeah.
Barcelona.
Yes.
Just by a quick glance online, it's looking pretty.
Taking a look.
It's looking pretty good. Because obviously they're taking a hit with tourism and exchange students, international students. I don't know, anyone
Yeah.
who
Numbers are down.
exactly, numbers are down. So availability is looking pretty good. So I'm hoping to get a pretty. I'm hoping to get
Tight
hooked
pad.
up. Yes, a tight
Yeah.
pad. Tight pad. So yeah, it's
España.
España way. And then obviously getting away from the pinche Canadian weather.
Oh yeah,
you
you're
better not
leaving-
send many pics in like December.
Yeah, like
I will
December.
hire.
But here's the thing: I'm going up to
assassin.
like northern Scandinavia in December.
Oh,
so
yeah, you
I'll,
could feel it
Yeah, I'll
then.
feel it. I'll
Alright,
feel it.
yeah.
No worries.
Solidarity.
No hard feelings.
Wicked,
But yeah,
man.
like November, it's gonna be nice.
Yeah, but you're there till what? You're in Spain till
Yeah, I
December?
don't know it. I bought a one-way ticket.
Jumping around. One-way ticket.
Like 230
So
bucks,
alive.
one-way ticket. Not a big deal.
That's unbelievable. I can't.
Yeah,
That's
plane.
insane.
But think
Yeah.
about it. These airlines right now are
Starving.
starving.
Oh, of
like they're just
course.
trying to
Yeah,
stop the bleeding,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's supply and demand, right? And there's no demand, so the supply has to account for that, and they have to respond to that in some
Absolutely.
sense. And that's why plane tickets right now are insanely cheap.
Yeah.
So they're just trying to survive, and that's the price that people are willing to pay.
There you
If,
go.
if you got that flexibility to travel right now and take advantage of some of this, like, yeah, because I got a friend right now, she's taking a sabbatical and she's going traveling, and I don't know, it might be a weird year to go traveling right now, like with all the, because I think each country would have its own restrictions.
So in terms
and-
of going, so technically my work is essential.
yeah,
so if
for you. I'm talking about like a backpacker.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So my reason for traveling is 100% essential. Like if anyone were to question me, I'd just pull out a paper saying like Marcus.
Like any Spanish
Marcus.
European authority.
Esencial, exactamente. Esencial.
Don't you know who I am?
Yeah, exactly.
Essential.
But going for like a pure pleasure trip,
yeah,
that'd be weird.
right, and that's
That'd
what
be really
his friend's doing. So I'm like, damn, I don't know if that's the right year to do it.
But you could get
wait
away.
and see. But like I said, there might be some of these crazy deals.
You can get away
Less
with it.
tourists, lots of these places.
And especially if you're Canadian right now, because like
yeah,
a lot of people are opening up to like low hotspot countries,
yeah,
like non-hotspot countries, and Canada is one of them.
yeah.
Even though we're seeing a little spike right now because of Pinche BC, but
Well, I would say there's probably two reasons that people are opening up to Canada right now. One is because it's like relatively low hotspot,
Yeah.
and another is because there's a lot of
Relative.
people with a lot of money here. So
Yeah,
a
but
lot of
people are,
people
like-
will open up to Canada, be like, hey, like we want like your people with money to come here, right?
yeah, but like other countries like the U.S., you can't travel anywhere.
Well, yeah, because the U.S. is ridiculous with COVID right now.
Yeah, it's gone down.
We got baseball
No.
back. We got baseball back.
We got
That's
baseball
all that matters,
back.
folks.
boys.
Yeah, Rockies, Jays.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So yeah, we'll see. So I'm very excited. First of all, it's gonna be a little bit of it's gonna be rejuvenating
Yeah, man.
to get
New
back into a
country, new
language learning
place.
setting for sure. Because I've been out of it for a while. Like Alberta's not the best place. It's not the worst place, but it's not the best place to learn languages.
I was gonna ask, like, how's your guys' summer of languages?
All right, pinche
Ben.
goal. I'm gonna throw it over to
Well,
you, man.
Cody, you haven't been learning languages. What have you been doing?
Yeah.
Dude.
that's
Oh, this is
great,
the
yeah.
main.
He's been spreading these languages.
I've been teaching them. Yeah.
Yeah, how are you? Okay, we should talk about you're on italki.
Yeah, that's right.
And how
I-
does
yeah.
one like
What's italki? I don't know this. What's italki?
Yeah, lots of people have been asking that.
Yeah,
So
what's
we gotta
italki?
talk about the making of the video too. How that was fun.
We gotta talk about that as well.
Okay,
So
well,
Cody,
where do we
first of all,
wanna start?
what's italki, man?
Okay, italki is basically an online marketplace where if you're a student, you can go and find an online teacher for whichever language you want to learn, and if you're a teacher, you can go on there and sell your services to people who want to learn your language.
Long time user right here. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, but you can't just be anybody. You know, like you gotta be.
Oh, if you're a teacher, you
be a
can't
teacher.
be anybody.
Any student can go on.
Yeah.
Oh,
They would
yeah.
be-
If any student can go on, but if
But
you're a
teach- yeah,
teacher, like you
you
gotta
need to have.
you gotta fulfill a certain
You're the professional
standard.
teacher.
Yeah, you need to have qualifications.
Right,
Experience. And
right,
there's
right.
two types of teachers. There's community tutors,
Yeah.
and then there's professional teachers. And the community tutors is basically anyone who has like some kind of a certification and has a native language. You could be a community.
So you
tutor.
still need some kind of certification for a
Yeah, well,
community
like
tutor?
depending on your language, like you need to get like for example, like you need TEFL for English.
Gotcha. Okay.
But if you're a professional teacher, then that's when you need to have like experience and like you need to have gone
Yeah.
to university for something.
right.
And yeah, so I have been doing that for about a month now, and it's
Yeah,
going extremely well.
Dude.
And I want to go. So this is where I want to.
First
to
of
go
all,
into
how,
detail on
how,
this.
how does one find you on this? Like,
Pull out your phone right now and just search.
Because you teach
what do I
English,
search? What do I
German,
search?
Okay, put
Spanish.
in. I want to do an experiment right now. I haven't
do
done
you have
this.
like a
Okay.
username?
No, don't even do that.
Mandarin.
Put in, go to italki. Go in the filters. Go to speaks English, German, Spanish, French, Chinese, and Korean.
You hit those.
And then you're gonna hit me.
Yeah.
I want to see which other teachers can also speak
To
all
do
those
all
languages.
that? Yeah.
English. You said Mandarin,
Yeah, well, all the ones I speak.
German. What else is there?
French and
French and Spanish.
yeah. Don't put in Korean. Korean doesn't. I
But it's ones
texted-
you teach, though, right? That's what would show up? The ones you're teaching? Or
No, because it says
Cody
like,
Hertzberg, dude.
oh!
4.9 stars, folks.
4.9
out
stars.
of 5.
Nice.
4.9.
There you go.
He's like the first person that
Dude.
comes up. Like you just Google
Yeah,
or
man.
you search.
Dude, you're 108 lessons? Then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. That's
Dude,
pretty.
because I got a buddy, Jack, in Michigan. He teaches German on here. and he's already racked up like 2,000 or 3,000.
This is
So
pretty
it's
crazy,
like,
man. Honestly, like you like,
just make.
you're one of the first people that comes up here. Like I just put in, I want to learn Chinese, English, German, and Spanish, and bam, Cody
How many
Hartsberg.
other people came up?
Dude, like you're like the fourth person.
There's several other people. Oh, that's surprising.
But there's other people.
Actually,
obviously, dude. Obviously.
Well, it's just
yeah.
it's a huge network.
Yeah, and
right?
like looking on iTalki just for the teachers, like I'm impressed by some of the other teachers. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of impressive people in the language community there.
But hey, you're the top Canadian one.
Oh yeah.
But you don't
Yeah,
beat
man.
Sam because Sam is from the U.S. But hey, he doesn't speak Mandarin. He still came up. Look.
Yeah.
Sam came up. He doesn't even speak Mandarin.
Oh, he only speaks French and German.
He doesn't even speak Spanish.
It's a great site. Man.
Yeah.
Like as a longtime student user of it, like man, I just love it. It's so seamless. You
Maybe we
book
can
the
get him
class.
to sponsor the pod.
iTalki. They have
Would they
sponsored
do
other
that?
language podcasts.
Have
so,
they?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, man.
That'd be sick.
It's dude.
Mm-hmm.
So I just assume, yeah, from the teacher end, it's got to be just as easy, right? Because like I think I got 6 lessons left with this German teacher I have right now, and
Okay.
you just like I buy the 10 packs,
Yeah,
so I just
yeah,
spend
yeah.
it, and then I can just book them the next 10 whenever I want.
Exactly.
And she's on like a beach in Bali, and I'm like just jelly because I'm like, oh man, that'd be
Does
so
he
awesome.
teach on the beach?
Yeah. Should I hear roosters in the background?
What?
She's go,
Are you
yeah, man.
serious?
Yeah, my German tutor right now that I have on iTalki.
Manches. Are you serious? Dude,
Yeah,
Cody,
dude,
that
she's
could be
living the
you,
life.
man.
Well, that's
That
what I
could be
told
you.
Cody in the group chat. I was like, man, you just need a Wi-Fi signal, and you can go
I like it.
wherever.
I like
I
it.
know. I'm just talking about eventualities.
Yeah.
Possibilities.
Yeah, for sure.
Cody,
man.
that's crazy, man.
But
Yeah, that's one of the things I really like about it. It's just like the freedom that comes with this kind of a job.
super mobile.
Oh my
right?
god, it's so nice. You don't have a boss, and you don't have to like report to a location. You can do it anywhere you want, as long as it's like reasonable for your students. Because like for example,
Yeah.
when I'm teaching here, I can't have the door open. I can't have like the
Right.
door open like this right now because I live right beside Crowchild Trail, and like it gets so noisy. here.
Yeah,
There's
no, of
some
course.
the motorbikes that come by, right? So
You
Yeah.
still offer your student like.
yeah, and like I am a
quality.
professional teacher, so I do aim to give a professional environment, right?
But like, and you said like you've gotten students like in a month in, you've had all types of students already.
Oh my
and
god, like this just the
You're
diversity
sending
of
us
the
these voice
students.
messages. I'm like, man.
Yeah, like I can't believe
Any
some of
standouts
these
so far?
situations. Yeah.
Any ones that like stand out?
Okay, so the ones that have really stuck out for me so far, I'll explain their situations. So the one I was telling you guys about yesterday, that really stuck out for me because it was just
the
so-
Portuguese
Yeah, it was
family?
just so weird.
All right, so it's story time.
all right, so
Let's hear it.
there is the other day there were 2 people from Portugal. They're a married couple. 15 years ago they moved to the French speaking part of Switzerland, and they had a couple kids there a few years ago. And then I think this year or
And they
just
speak
before-
French? They speak French.
Yeah, and they speak French fluently.
Couramment.
Couramment. And last year, just before COVID, they moved to the German-speaking part of Switzerland, and now they've been learning.
Schweizerdeutsch.
Yeah, Schweizerdeutsch.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's way different,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
It's so different.
So they moved there last year, and they have been learning German, but they've been like they're all kind of like at differing levels,
Yeah.
and they have a 9-year-old daughter, a 6-year-old son, and 2 little girls who are like just like too young to learn. Because on my profile I specifically say no kids under 6.
Oh,
Because
fair
I
enough, fair enough.
don't like teaching kids under 6. Like it's not.
That's
a
what you
good
taught in China, right? Sometimes.
Sometimes, and I did not like. That's where I
Yeah.
learned that I didn't like it. I was
Yeah.
like,
Wait,
this
why don't you like
is
it?
ridiculous.
Why don't you like it?
We'll get into that later. But so these kids,
Yeah.
they speak French.
So it's a Portuguese family, and the kids speak French.
Yeah.
Because they were born in France.
I don't know if they speak Portuguese, but they definitely speak French.
Right.
Like, I think that's their main language.
Mm-hmm.
And the little boy doesn't speak any English at all, and the little girl speaks a bit of English. And so I'm teaching them German, so I have to teach them German, explaining everything in French.
How does that
And
go?
my French is like, like
Assez
I
bien.
struggle to express myself in French. So it was, I don't know, it was really fun because
Yeah.
the parents were really nice. They're very relaxed, and the kids are really good, really well behaved. So it was a lot of fun. At one point, like the mother and the daughter were just like they couldn't stop laughing because of something I said. And I was like, "Oh, this is great." When they
In
like
French?
laughing
In French?
But they're paying for German, right? Like they're like
yes,
they want
they were
German.
paying for German. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they were laughing about something you
No,
said.
it was something we were saying in German. I think it was like the way I said something was really funny. It was like I was talking about.
So
like,
what's okay? Keep going.
Yeah, I
sorry.
was talking about like body parts, and
Oh yeah.
I got into like there were like areas of the face, and we were talking about the chin, and I don't know why I said this, but I was like, "What do I have on my chin?"
In
And-
English?
No, in German.
Let's say it.
Oh, was habe ich auf meinem Kinn?
Kin.
Yeah, Kinn is chin, and and they just like couldn't stop laughing because they thought it was so funny. It was like,
Why is that funny?
I don't know, but they thought it was
Man,
funny, so
you
I
never
thought
know
it was
with
fun.
people from abroad.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
find
yeah.
things amusing you'd
Yeah.
never think.
And it's like a little girl too, so like a little girl's gonna think that's like really funny, right?
Yeah, I guess.
So, yeah, I think that situation was really interesting, and also this other kid is really sticking up for me. This 18-year-old Yemeni kid. He's originally from
Yemeni.
Yemen,
Yeah.
and he's been living in Malaysia for a while, and he wants to go study. This is another German class I have, so he wants to go study in Germany next year.
Deutschland,
go to university.
Deutschland. Yeah.
and yeah, so and I'm teaching, like I'm a Canadian guy and I'm teaching him German, so it's just like the international
Yeah,
dynamics
man.
of some of these classes are so
The
funny.
I love that,
Overs.
man.
Yeah.
That's perfect for you.
And
Yeah.
like I don't know, it's just like some of the characters too, like having class with this like 50-something-year-old Brazilian guy who's just like super chill and like wants to practice his English and like get better at having conversations.
So
and stuff
Cody,
like that.
Cody, you just started this, right?
Yeah.
So you've been experiencing immense success on this platform. Why do you think that is?
Okay, so yeah, I want to go into that. I think there are, I can't remember if exactly, but I think it's 5 or 6 reasons for this, and they've all come together for the perfect storm.
Culminate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
Combination,
the
baby.
first one, and I'm gonna give this to italki because
It's
they
a great
have,
site.
yeah, they have
Super
a
seamless.
promotion going on right now, and you can, as a student, you can get 3 free trial classes.
Is it 3 now?
Yeah, it's 3.
Oh damn.
You
I
can
didn't
get
know
3
that.
free trial classes, and this is valid until August 30th. So if you're not on italki and you want to like try out some teachers, like definitely do it before the month ends. And yeah, and like that's just, I mean, the students are going nuts like trying out new teachers right now,
Yeah,
right?
man.
So, and the second reason is because this is gonna sound kind of lame, and I think it's kind of lame, to be honest. It's like a little underwhelming, but it's because straight up because I'm a native English speaker.
What does that mean?
For other languages though, too?
Yeah, how does that
No,
make
dude,
any sense?
because the vast majority of my classes have been for English.
Oh, have they? Okay, I didn't know what your numbers
it's,
were.
Oh, like every
Yeah.
time I get a trial lesson request, like English,
Yeah.
and then once in a while I get another one, and it's
okay.
usually German for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only have one student for Spanish right now,
Okay.
and I don't have any for Chinese.
That makes Then like man, there's such a premium on being a native speaker.
Exactly, and italki sells
but I mean,
that,
like,
right?
if I were to get us if I wanted a Spanish lesson, I'd want someone from like Mexico.
Here you go.
Here's
Here's the thing.
I'm
I'm-
going to dispute that. after.
Really?
Yes,
Why? Okay.
I wanted to.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this right now. So, here's what I think. If you are starting out learning a language, it is actually better to learn from someone who speaks
I-
the same native language as you.
Okay.
Right. What's your take on this, Mister?
My take is, okay, I don't remember learning English. Obviously, I woke up, whenever my first memories were, I was 4 or 5. That's my first moments of consciousness. I spoke English at that point.
Yeah.
I can tell you specifically all the building blocks of Spanish from when I was 20 to 21 years old. So I know the entire structure. So in terms of a beginner, intermediate level, this is my own experience as a as a Spanish teacher, but I also taught ESL for 2.5 years, and it was way harder to teach English than it is to teach Spanish because I knew exactly what that beginner student was experiencing in Spanish with terms of like, okay, so you got ser y estar, hacer, like just little nuances that talk to lots of native speakers. That stuff, it's so natural for you. That's why teaching English was tough, because I was like brutal at explaining things in English sometimes. Cause it's like, that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
So I'd argue for like beginner to intermediate levels, but then like, are you talking about like la jerga, más cultural, and getting more authentic?
Okay,
then yeah, sure.
Yes.
You should get the native speaker.
But it depends on your level, right?
Yeah, that's why I caveated it with beginner, intermediate.
Here's the division. So I think A1 to B1, it is either equal or better to learn with someone who also learned that language.
Because they know how to rope you along.
Yeah.
So I can... Okay, keep on.
Just B2 to C2, that's when it's better to learn from a native speaker.
Fair enough.
Agreed.
Fair enough.
And
but it makes sense. I follow a lot of like YouTubers that speak Spanish but don't have Spanish as their native language.
Yeah.
For some reason, I find it very easy to understand them. But
right.
maybe that's
No, there's a lot to that as well, right?
Right. But I also love following like the Puro Mexicanos.
Yeah, no. When we translated the No Mames Way episode, we were easy. We were like, that was like piece of cake. Alejandro though was like, repeat. Like no, I've this. Somebody on Twitter said the other day, it's like comprehending speech might be the toughest skill, therefore the most talented skill. Which I'm starting to like agree with that more and more. Yes, there's a lot on speaking. But oh my god, like understanding fluent speech in its entirety,
which is
I
what
think
I
is like the
on
biggest skill.
That's my biggest like focus.
Obviously, all these skills complement each other, but
I would say it's a close tie.
I know,
between being able to express yourself fluently.
I know, but understanding it fully. Like I'm
talking. Close tie.
Like now with Alejandro, even on our episode,
that's difficult.
Like, he's using la jerga. La rapidez, speed, like.
Sí, él habla muy rápidamente, güey.
Okay, but there's different ways though. Like that's not to say that, because obviously you could still be like a native Spanish speaker and teach wonderful beginner lessons still, or English and teach great beginner English levels. I'm just saying, as a native speaker, sometimes you take a lot for granted. That's why it's still good to get your TEFLs and TESLs.
No, I get it. I get your argument.
Yeah,
I buy it. That makes sense. Okay.
For that level.
If you're like an ultimate beginner, then it's probably better to get lessons, to take lessons from someone like you.
Yeah.
If you want to learn German, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's my job.
Yeah.
High school, right? These kids are walking in with a bit of like previous. Sometimes they usually have some like previous French experience and maybe a little bit of Spanish in junior high that they went to. But other than that, they're like starting from zero, right?
Yeah.
So I'm teaching.
That's why it's better to have someone like you than some native person. Probably.
All I'm saying, from my perspective, it's easier for me teaching Spanish than beginner English.
Yeah.
Because beginner English sometimes is like, that was actually quite the experience, going back to the fundamentals. Like, how do you find it with teaching English? Because like just going back to teaching basic English as a native speaker was like I am, you are, like going through these basic, like in Canada here we have the 12 Canadian language bench. It's way messier of a system than the beautiful European system, but like teaching CLB1, CLB2, the Canadian language benchmarks, it's just like basic.
You know what? I think teaching advanced English is easier than teaching basic English.
How do you teach advanced English?
Just bigger vocab.
Yeah, it's a lot more discussion based.
Yeah.
A lot more conversation based. Because you can't just like sit down with them and be like, okay, like this is how this like grammatical particle functions. Like
they already know that.
Yeah.
In a way.
You have to like, how can you say like smooth out the nuances.
Yes.
That's essentially what happens when you get to advanced level, right?
And there's a skill with that too. Because shout out to my old boss Julio at New Hope ESL in Edmonton. Like, he was a genius. You could pick out any word, like hammering, for example. He would like give like a crystal clear definition to an ESL speaker of like what hammering meant. Or something. Like using a tool to. Because the problem with giving definitions in English sometimes you can end up like elaborating too much or giving too complex of a definition. Whereas if you're a good ESL teacher, you just give a crystal clear, concise answer. That's what that's smoothing it out.
I think
that's a talent.
Is another reason why I've been like so successful, just like with teaching English. Is I've gotten really good at that. Like I'm very. I mean, I'm not trying to like toot my own horn or anything.
No,
like,
but that takes.
I'm very talented at talking to ESL speakers now.
Yeah, because
you've done a lot.
Well, yeah.
No
If you
experience.
do something a lot,
Oh,
then
it's
you
just
get the
simply
experience.
because I've done a lot of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and like comprehensible input, the teacher has to be like super locked into that. Like, what do my students know?
Yeah.
What can they potentially know, and what's out of their range completely? And you should work within those first two all the time. Like, that's my philosophy teaching.
No, it makes
in
sense.
a nutshell,
Absolutely.
right? Like cognates. You hammer those cognates like there's no tomorrow. like in Spanish all the time. Cognates. But then you just build around those.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of like a romance language. But even like Korean too. Like I was rocking some.
Korean's
I was
got so
rocking
many
some
cognates.
talk to me in Korean today on the ride up, and I was like,
Because
lots of cognates.
I was just gonna ask, how are you guys doing with the Korean now? Because I mean, like the Koreans were like the Korean War was 2 months ago,
yeah, it was about 2 months ago.
and where are we at
What
now?
have you been doing?
I'm German's back to the main stage, as it
Das
should
ist
be
gut,
for
ja,
me, because I want to go teach in Germany in 3 more school years. That said, though, Korean's number 2 in that repertoire. So when I was home in Lloyd, I was rocking about a half hour a day on Korean, which I was like content with, because I'm big like a repeat guy. I'm a like overlearning. Like I still like keep repeating level 1 of talk to me in Korean, just so it's like I'm extra sure that I know it. But I didn't do a lot of new stuff per se. Just kept reinforcing what I already knew.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, and then I'm back in town now. So, because you've been going to the Korean Conversation Club,
Yes, I have been.
which are super fun. Another shout out, KCC,
Time.
here in Calgary. So how's yours?
That's been going alright. I think like I haven't put as much time in it as I would like, because I have just been getting used to like actually having obligations again. And,
Right,
like,
yeah,
So like with my
for sure.
with my new job and with a lot of the things I do in my evenings, and I've been going on a lot of like excursions on the weekends and stuff too, like that. So
Totally.
I haven't been having a lot of time to study. It's not like I've just been late. I literally have had like
Time.
no time. I've been struggling to find time. So I haven't done as much as I would like.
Good
but
for you, by the way.
on not having time.
On not having time.
Yeah, well, thank
Welcome
you.
to the club.
Yeah.
That'll
and-
be me in 13 days.
Yeah.
So, but Korean for me is still number 1. That's still
Okay,
my
that's-
main language I'm focusing on.
Yeah, man.
Well, it's my only really language. Well, other than like the other ones I'm trying to just maintain. But
Yeah.
Korean is. I'm trying to study it as much as I can. I'm using Talk to Me in Korean, the books, as my main resource.
Great
but I
resource.
wanted to have a complaint about them actually. What you just mentioned about like
Which part?
the fact that they always like overuse words, and they use like cognates like so often.
Okay.
I'm like-
to
like
be
it-
fair,
like-
I'm only on level 1 still.
Oh,
Like-
really?
Like, yeah, like,
What level are you on?
I'm on level 3.
No,
I'm almost done level 3. Yeah.
yeah. No. Yeah, okay. Like, I haven't been, like, especially the later level 2 and level 3s. Haven't looked at it a ton, but, I like it, though. And I want to get your guys' thoughts on, okay, so you have products like Duolingo, Pimsleur, whatever, and they cover, like, a vast swath of languages, right? Like, Pimsleur's
Yep.
got, like, 30 languages, Duolingo, same thing.
Yep.
I've come to more like companies, organizations right now that only focus or only sell one language. So 2 examples. Actually, no, I can give like 3 examples of this. So Talk to Me in Korean. It's not like they do Talk to Me in Chinese on the side. They only focus on Korean. so they kind of get the nuances of Korean down. I'm using to get my Ukrainian better. There's one called Ukrainian Lessons Podcast. It's this girl out of Ukraine. It's basically the equivalent of Talk to Me in Korean in Ukrainian. Only does Ukrainian, so very nuanced. Can give lots of cultural tips and add lots of cool things to her lessons that you just couldn't do in like a generic sense. Another one I would use is our buddy Hugo in her French. It's not like he does like inner Polish.
No, because he likes Polish. He lives in Poland.
He lives in Poland, yeah.
So
he kills it.
That's not to take away what Pimsleur does and all them, but I really starting to like these single language products.
Okay. Yeah, I can. You know what? I like that. I can agree with that.
I'm finding lots of value in them.
Yeah.
But that said, like, I've been kind of romanticizing and digging into a bit of indigenous language stuff lately too, and like Ojibwe is a language that Pimsleur does have, randomly enough, but only Pimsleur has it. So it's like, okay, I'm obviously gonna dig into what Pimsleur has for that.
So guys, I don't know about you, but at least for me, I'm craving like having like the immersion experience again. Like I'm craving it. Like I'm so tired of just
where it's hitting you from like every angle. Right?
It is nice.
Like I miss the meetups like crazy. Yeah, like I love those, man. I love the French meetups.
So good.
You know what I miss is like this is from China. Since I lived in China for so long, like even just something as simple as like being in a taxi.
I was gonna say
yes,
and just like looking at the street.
Yes,
just the constant stream of language.
Dude,
yes.
I've been looking forward so much. Like the first taxi ride I take from the airport, it's gonna be amazing.
yeah, man.
He's gonna be looking out the window like,
no, it's just gonna be like, ¿Qué pasa?
Yeah.
Cuéntame. Dígame.
That's so true. Because even in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, where lots of the Mexicans do speak English there, really good English. It was so fun to just like hop into a cab because I spoke English at that time. I spoke Spanish at that time. Just hop into a cab in Puerto Vallarta and be like, vamos a la, what's the one? The big balcony thing or whatever. Yeah, man. It's all in español, puro español.
¿Qué tal tu familia?
Yeah, man. Yeah. And then like that dude's gonna tell you, that taxi driver's gonna tell you way more. He's gonna give you way more insights than if you just talk in English, which he might not even speak as a taxi driver.
I'm so tired of just going on like YouTube and like podcasts and stuff.
Yes, yeah. It has its limits.
Every once in a while, you just need a full immersion.
Screw it.
Don't make me jealous of you.
No, I'm trying to inspire you, man.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah. I'm trying to inspire you.
No, don't give me like.
Cody, what's up with the cough, man?
We're not Joe Rogan giving his guest corona tests right before the pod.
Yeah, man. Like, maybe we should though. Maybe Cody.
No, it's from the drink.
There's a dude, a YouTuber, Twitter guy, Matt versus Japan. He's known as, and he tried to reinvent in North America, wherever he lives, somewhere in the States, his entire immersion experience in Japanese. So like. He just tried his hardest, so I think he was only watching TV in Japanese, which you can do now with like if you only streamed YouTube from Japan,
absolutely, yeah.
If you only read in Japanese, if you only listen to your tune-in radio in Japanese. Like he tried his hardest to recreate it, which I think now you have a fighting chance.
Yes,
but even then, like I don't know, because it's so much onus is on you.
That's not why I'm learning these languages. I'm learning them because I know. Like I want to go. Totally. I want to like talk to people, right?
Of course, yeah.
I just don't want to.
Yeah, because he can't go around a street corner and talk to somebody in Japanese, right? Which you'll be able to do in Barca.
With a mask on.
¿Dónde está la tapa? Oh, las máscaras, yeah.
Tapaboca.
Tapaboca. Yeah. I don't know, man.
So we'll see.
We'll
see. But yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. Like I can't wait until that first. I can't wait until getting on a plane where the freaking the flight attendants speak Spanish.
Oh.
Like how sick is that gonna be? But I'm flying to Portugal first. So the airline's Portuguese.
You practice your Portuguese.
Portuguese. I don't know any Portuguese, but
yeah, you do. That's the thing you do, though. Actually,
I don't.
You do. Like that's the thing with Romance languages.
Yeah, or I could.
You know half the words.
No, you do.
Hey,
you do. I'm telling you already.
Give me a couple hours.
Exactly. That's my point. Yeah.
And then Maybe I should do that.
That's
before
my
the flight.
Catalan point
Before
to you
the
as
flight.
well.
Before the flight, maybe I
You're
should
gonna- yeah.
spend a couple hours just
You
do some
should rock
Portuguese,
the
just so I could
entire flight.
just so I could talk to the flight attendants.
Exactly. Like, eu não falo
Yeah,
português.
man,
Yeah,
Portuguese.
man. They're so similar. Like, that's the thing, like, doing enough of these dabbles right now.
Okay, that's gonna be my goal. Next challenge here. I'm gonna be able
Yeah.
to order. They don't order.
Some
They don't
Asia.
offer food now on the flights
Yeah.
because of pinche
What are
COVID.
Oh, what? So if
Is
you,
every flight like a swoop nowadays?
Yeah,
Oh my God,
every
it's a
flight is.
flare.
That's why it's so cheap.
if
That's
you,
why.
Yeah.
That's seriously why it's so cheap because they
Yeah,
don't
no
offer
one-
food.
I got a question. If you have to do like a trans-Pacific flight or like an over a 10-hour flight, they still don't offer food.
No,
That is messed up.
Pinche COVID.
that's pinche COVID.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Will they let you bring your own food on board?
Yes,
Oh,
but they don't offer.
oh, okay. Oh, that's fine then.
But
But if they were like, if they didn't allow your food and then they still said like, oh yeah, we're not gonna serve food, like that would be insane.
no, they allow. They tell you. They encourage it. Bring your own food,
Oh,
but we're not.
Because if you're going
but-
on,
but-
yeah.
But you're gonna have to take your own waste.
Oh,
we're not
that's
touching.
fine.
We're
That's
not
alright.
touching your gross
That's okay.
plastic. We're not touching your gross plastic waste.
Yeah.
So yeah, transatlantic flight. It's been a while, man. It's been a while since. No, I was on a plane in June, but it's
So
been
it
a while.
has not been a
It's been a
while.
while since I left the country. January.
So what? 8 months?
Yeah, it's for me.
Oh,
That's
it's
a
been a
lot.
while.
That's a lot, man. For me, 8 months. 8 months in one country. That's a lot.
Tranquilo, tranquilo.
Legit. Tranquilo way. But oh man, so I was going through my so I have a list. I have a list of places.
Oh.
So like every year.
In España?
No. I have a
In
list of
General.
places I want to travel every year.
Okay.
Okay, what are they?
Kukanusa, check.
Dinosaur Provincial Park, check.
Hey, Cody, you're gonna love this, man. You're gonna love it. But next year I'm going to Europe. I'm going to Europe again. I want to take the post-COVID Euro trip. I think that's gonna be really fun.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's good. First of all, I think 2021 is gonna be the best year in human history.
Yeah, we were talking about this, dude.
Really?
Like
Oh, yeah.
post-COVID, humanity
Like,
and the
imagine-
world is gonna be
Just
amazing.
like appreciation. For
Imagine,
our,
Yes.
our
yes.
lives.
Imagine, like, first of all, the Olympics is gonna be like
Yeah.
a
Yeah, man.
crazy party.
Yeah, can you
Right.
imagine like the first big event post-COVID, like that you go, like first like
Yo,
concert or like
The
if you
first
go to
like,
a club or
festival,
something like, that, like oh my
tomorrow,
God.
True.
like Tomorrowland 2021 is gonna be sick.
August
Yeah.
15th, 2021. Yeah.
Oh my God.
What else? So yeah, 2021. I want to do a post-COVID Euro trip. I think that's gonna be sick.
Dude.
That would be awesome.
Just go party.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like, what's everyone gonna be like after this? Like,
I hope it goes back to normal, man. Like I hope
I know.
we get.
What do you mean by like? Because it's
I hope we stop-
literally impossible for things to go
Yeah,
back to
yeah.
normal.
You're right. I agree with Chloe.
No,
The
I
world
understand.
is
It's a new-
thoroughly
Okay, so
changed.
this
Everyone
is okay.
says
So
new
let's talk
normal.
about this. This doesn't have to do with languages, but it kind of does. But it
tie
doesn't.
in.
It
Because this
really
all
tie
relates
it in.
to like
But-
how we live our lives with it.
But so I've been thinking about this. What if we're gonna start caring about like the flu now?
I think people will be a lot more aware of like how
Right?
sicknesses spread.
We're gonna be aware of contagion,
Yeah.
right? So like, are you guys post-COVID? Let's say we get rid of coronavirus.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna be willing to like ride public transit
Yeah.
together with a bunch of people?
Well, I drive a car, but like.
Yeah, but let's
if
say
I
you
need
didn't.
to,
Yeah,
like,
if you
it's-
had really
Yeah.
without thinking about contagion, like being okay. So I don't know, Cody. I don't know if you've ever been in like a big city, like a really big city, but like one
Yeah.
of the
Yes. I
like
have
getting
been.
China, bro.
yes, but like getting on a really crowded subway.
Mask.
Oh
Yeah,
God,
man.
yeah, dude. Mexico City.
Would you want to do that
Like,
ever again? Ever?
I don't know if I'd want to do something like that.
Like ever? Like who would want to do that
Yeah. Right?
after going through COVID? Who would
Yeah.
ever want to get onto a crowded
Yeah,
subway?
you're right.
is that
see
just
what I'm
because
saying?
you're like have a phobia?
Yes,
of it?
yes. Everyone
Because-
has a phobia of
Yeah, but the best thing
Viral
with
contagion.
phobias is to face your fears, right? That's how people get over
And
their
I
fears.
think governments.
yes, but you get sick.
No,
like
here's
But
the
I'm
thing.
talking about like a world with a vaccine.
No, but I was talking to my roommate. So my roommate, before he got a car, when he was working at the airport, he took public transit to work every day, an hour one way, so 2 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
He got sick so many times. And he didn't even think about it. He was like, oh, I
Shit,
keep getting
for
sick.
sure.
Like, I don't know why I'm getting sick,
Right.
yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
He was on the train, on the C train here in
Yeah.
Calgary for over 2 hours
Yeah.
every day. He got sick because he was on a crowded train in the morning.
You know
during
what
rush
I
hour.
think is going to
There were a
happen?
bunch
I
of
think
people.
governments will be more vigilant with how they track illnesses going around.
Yeah, but what about
Yeah.
people? Like their mindset.
Yeah, I think people,
Yeah,
by default, will
people-
also be more aware.
Yeah.
Maybe
and
not
like,
as vigilant as the government, but people will be more aware. Like, because I know
Sure.
in the past,
Okay,
like,
masks. Take masks, for
yeah,
example.
masks are here to stay.
Like forever?
Not like
Maybe.
everyone, but I think it'll be common to see people on the street
yeah,
with
like,
masks.
but that's like, I'm not meaning to stereotype here, but like more Asian-based countries have been doing masks.
oh, they've
for-
already been.
Oh,
doing it.
forever.
Yeah, like this is nothing new
Yeah.
for them.
Right.
For me, it sure as hell is because I'm even me like
Yeah.
going to get my donaire today. I'm still like, why am I wearing this mask? But that's
You get
part of
used
my
to it,
like
man.
phobia, visceral. Like,
Yeah, but you get used to it. Trust me.
I
You
agree-
get-
I know
In the
when
beginning,
I'm-
you're
I
like,
will.
oh, the mask.
I
but
know I'm not
after a
being
while,
like an
"Ah, wear the
anti-masker.
mask."
It's still like it's wildly unusual to me.
Yeah.
So that's what you're saying.
But here's the thing. here's the
Eventually, it
thing.
might not be unusual. It might be just
At
a
some
thing.
point, folks are going to realize that this is not temporary.
Yeah.
And they're going to be like, all right, I'm going to get on with my life. I'm going to get out of my little bubble.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take some risks.
Yeah.
And governments are going to respond to that. And they'll be like, all right, we now accept people from other countries. But it's going to be tighter.
Yeah, I think
Borders
it-
are going to
yeah,
be tighter.
Yep.
Borders are going to be tighter for sure.
Yeah.
But one thing I wanted to mention, just like the mentality of people, is like in the past, like even like a couple months before COVID, like when there is a disease or like people, like lots of people around you are getting sick, you just like the way you talked about it was just like, oh yeah, there's just
Yeah,
something
yeah.
going around,
Yeah.
and you're just like everyone's just like
Or there was
so
like there was kind of like
lackadaisical,
a
right?
tough guy mentality.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like I still went to work and I worked 12
Yeah.
hours with like this flu. Like, dude, don't
Yeah,
go to work.
yes.
Stay home. Like,
Mhm.
you're not proving anything to anybody. Like,
Yeah, don't be
stay
an asshole.
home. Yeah, we're like you should be looked down upon more for, like,
People-
trying to, like,
that will definitely
trying to like toughen your way through
But
things.
people have definitely gone more aware of
Sure, man.
contagion after
Yeah.
this thing. Like, I
Yeah,
think...
because there's more than just this, right? Like H1N1 was 10 years ago.
But I mean, like, I've been
These all happen on different levels.
like, I used to work all the time with a fever. Like, I got sick, I got something, whatever,
Right.
not a big deal.
Right.
I'd work
like,
through it.
I'm lucky. I have a lot of sick days. But teachers are bad too because that means you have to write up a sub plan, and teachers really like control of their environments, and they like to know things are under a steady hand, which is usually theirs. So teachers are like very guilty of going to work sick because they want to be in control. So I've done this too, but you got to just learn to like let it go.
Yeah.
That's why there's substitute teachers.
Yeah. No, I get it.
So
That's so important. But like, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like, I remember.
it's,
So like,
it's
an
a
interesting thing to
lifestyle
think
thing
about.
now, man.
Ever
It's
since
lifestyle.
COVID happened, have you guys been sick?
Knock on
Yeah.
la madera.
No, but what I'm saying, my
No, I
point is,
haven't. But I generally don't get sick in general, so I'll
Yeah.
I
double tap on wood.
I
for
generally
that.
get sick like a couple times a year.
Right.
But ever since COVID happened, I haven't been sick.
Yeah.
And I think it's because it's because of the whole social distancing thing and like how
Oh yeah,
how
that's
we've
helping for sure.
how we become more aware of how sicknesses spread.
Sure.
And I think that's why we haven't gotten sick. Not necessarily COVID, but like just getting the flu or getting a cold or whatever. I
Yeah.
haven't even had a cold.
Yeah, neither.
And like tying it back to languages a little, like even our meetups, like you've done quite a few of the Saturday ones, like the Zoom ones.
No, I stopped doing
Prior-
those like 2 months ago.
Okay, but
I did them.
but you did do them.
Yeah.
So I mean, we like people adapted in ways. Like we did a ton of Zooms.
And now we're adapting to what Markus just said, where, okay, this is here to stay. So now I am running, Aswin's got me running these picnics every Wednesday
right.
night.
I'm going.
And
I'm
they're-
booked.
Oh,
Next
heck
Wednesday.
Yeah. So every
I'm really sorry I can't go to these, man.
We'll
But
send you
oh man,
pics,
that's
bro.
all right, dude. You got your experience in Barcelona.
Yeah.
I'll zoom.
That's
We're gonna
enough
send
to
you-
apologize for.
Yo, Lingaholics has got Instagram now, so you put your Barca pics on it, and we'll put our
Yeah,
picnic.
that's right.
Yeah.
The
So,
munches.
so every
right, you're doing
Wednesday
the picnic.
evening we have these picnics where they've essentially replaced, from what I can tell, they've essentially replaced the former Saturdays where it would be like one language at a time.
Right.
But now it's
The group
basically just
kinda?
I would say it's more replaced like languages and beers.
Okay.
Because in the in previous times we would go to a pub and we would have languages and beers.
Yeah.
And we would just like go. You could go to like the whatever table, and now it's just a picnic on Wednesday. Well, it's not like it's called a picnic, but nobody really brings. Like some people bring food, but like most people just go there to practice their languages.
I was gonna say, like, if I want to go hang out with some German people,
Oh
I
yeah,
can go do
it's
that.
all good. Basically, how I run it is like everyone brings their own lawn chairs, and then we
Yeah.
set up the circles.
Yes.
So we're in the park,
Yeah, man.
and then we set up a French circle. We set up a Spanish circle. Spanish
Yeah.
always dominates. Like everyone,
Obviously.
everyone shows up. I'm always like, "Hey, what are you here for?" They're like, "I'm here for Spanish." like
Suppressa,
everyone else.
suppressa. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all good.
Dude,
And then-
I like that though. I like being outside. Like,
Yeah.
Why aren't we
Oh,
doing more
yeah,
of this
man.
stuff? Because no offense to Waves Coffee, it got a little stuffy by 4 o'clock.
Yes,
Yes.
but you gotta remember that we live in Calgary, Alberta,
You know
and
what?
most of the year is really cold.
I knew
Yeah, I
you were
know,
going
I
to say
know.
that, and I want to talk about that because I was reading an article about like just
Yo, I built an
winter
egg.
COVID in Canada, and some people are arguing that we should still do stuff outside.
In the winter,
Yes,
no manches.
deal with it.
Depends.
Yeah, dude, I like it.
Okay,
I like it,
did
man.
you live here last February?
Oh, I was here. I was
2019?
here. I was here.
No.
So,
Dude, that was the coldest winter in 80 years.
Cody, for people like
Deal.
us,
Touche.
for people like us, man, for hard ass people like us, that's no problem. But like, people are weak, man. They're not gonna be able to do
Okay,
that.
look.
Survive.
No, I'm just kidding.
There's extremes, but yeah. Like, whatever. It's like on a minus 10 day, bundle up. Everyone in Canada owns like 4 winter coats.
Yeah.
Or 3, whatever.
Minus 40 though, still go outside.
Yeah.
You can't die. Oh, wait a minute.
Make some
Yeah,
hot
you can
cocoa.
die. So,
I don't know. The community stuff, maybe getting a little in touch with nature, like whatever, a park. Like, I like it, man.
yeah, I'm thinking
like-
like I don't know, like snowshoeing or
Dude.
the cross country skiing or something like that.
More like
Something where you're
activity
moving.
based.
Yeah.
Dude, exercise and languages. There's already a lot of
Yes.
literature about it, man.
Yeah.
Like my best language learning this past, like even when I was home in Lloyd, go for a run, come back, hit the memorize, and those like flashcards. I'm just like boom, boom, boom. Like, and that's just it's always been like that. So and that is like it doesn't have, no matter it could be like just a nice jaunt outside. It's gonna help your
Yeah.
brain, and your brain is what you need for
What,
languages.
what are you gonna
Guys,
say?
something
So-
completely unrelated. I
Oh,
had to
no.
look this up because I was really interested.
Yo, what's up?
The Nucks won in overtime.
No way.
What?
Hockey's back, baby.
Excuse me. We're talking about the Stanley Cup playoffs here and the
He's
Vancouver
referring to
Canucks.
Vancouver
Yeah.
Canucks.
The Vancouver Canucks
They won in
beat
overtime.
the St. Louis Blues in overtime.
Defending Stanley Cup champion.
Yeah,
after-
that's good because
which-
I don't like seeing repeat Stanley Cup champions. That's
Yes.
no fun.
Plus, Vancouver has a sick team. They're all
Yeah.
young,
Two
and
Swedes.
a bunch of Swedes. And yeah, it's
Are the
Ca-
Sedins
Can-
still playing?
no.
No.
When did they retire? A couple years ago.
A couple years ago.
Yeah, they're
This is
gone.
their second year not playing.
They're gone.
But they got
Anyway, that's
Elias
exciting.
Pettersson.
Go all the Canadian teams. I'm gonna go
Les
to the bathroom,
Habitants,
guys.
Les Habitants, yeah.
Yeah. And
Habs
then
over
we have
today.
our third Canadian game tonight at 8:30 in 7 minutes.
Oh yeah, that's right. Our home city. Our home
I'm gonna go to the
city.
bathroom real quick while you guys.
Yeah. What are we at for? What's our running time?
I think we're at like an hour.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, man. So between work, working out, anything else on the go, Cody? This summer, the language boys of summer, as I like to call us.
Oh, the Language Boy Summer. It's been, just speaking of outdoor stuff, there's been a lot of outdoor stuff. I've done a lot of camping.
Yeah, man.
I think I've gone camping.
Have you gone more since Canusa?
Yeah, I've gone. I think I've gone 4 times this summer. Because there
Okay.
was
We did Writing on Stone.
Writing on Stone, Kukunusa, and
Writing on Stone, shout out. That was pretty cool.
yeah.
The Blackfoot language.
Oh, sorry. No, I've only done 3. I went to... So, this... in Alberta, there is a lake that is literally called Slave Lake.
Isn't there Great Slave Lake?
Yes. There's Great Slave Lake and Lesser Slave Lake.
And this is 4 hours north of Edmonton?
2. 2.5.
Is it just 2?
2.5.
Did you go there?
I went,
This summer?
I went to Lesser Slave Lake.
Lesser Slave Lake.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I have some family who lives up there, and
okay.
every year my family lives like around Alberta, and we usually go there for a summer camping trip.
Yeah.
But a lot of my family didn't go there this year, not because of COVID, but just because for some reason a lot of them just like couldn't go. It was really weird.
Okay.
But it was still a really good time. I really enjoyed myself up there. And so Lesser Slave Lake is in Alberta. It's a couple hours north of Edmonton.
Yeah.
But Great Slave Lake, that is in the Northwest Territories. That's where Yellowknife is.
Oh, sorry.
Yellowknife
Yeah. Sorry.
is
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
the shore, the North Shore
Yeah,
of
man.
Great Slave Lake. And Great Slave Lake is massive.
Have you been up there at all?
No.
Yeah. No. That's on a talking about list.
And
That's
then,
on a list.
get this. There is a lake that's even bigger than Great Slave Lake above it, like
What's
10 hours north, called Great Bear Lake.
No, my man.
And Great Bear Lake is enormous. It's almost like an ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then Lesser
Canadian
Slave
geography,
Lake.
hey?
Yeah, Lesser
That's-
Slave Lake compared to all of them is like puny.
Yo, it ties us back to like Koreans and some Asian people. They love going to see the Northern Lights there.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I
yeah.
taught this one Korean lady Spanish for 2 years, and she had relatives coming all the time. They were like stopping in Edmonton and then flying up north to go see the. So I don't know. Did people talk about that in China, the Northern Lights? There seems to be some kind of Asian fascination with the Northern Lights.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah.
Which, like, yeah, the Northern Lights you can see from spots in Saskatchewan too, but up there,
It's unreal.
Up
'Cause
there,
I did
it's like
that.
next
Have you guys
level.
done
Never
What?
seen them.
the Northern
that?
Lights.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I'm
that's
born.
That's another problem with cities, man.
I'm
It's too
born on the
bright.
60th latitude, and I haven't seen
Yeah, wait,
What?
Sweden
the
doesn't
North,
have the Northern Lights?
the Northern Lights.
No,
No,
mama's way.
Sweden doesn't have the Northern Lights?
they have them. It's just cloudy all the time.
What?
Yeah, man. If you're
Haven't seen 'em.
if you got to like even Tobin Lake, Saskatchewan, where like,
But here's the thing:
you can see 'em.
the thing people don't the thing people don't realize is that the Northern Lights aren't just up there all the time. Like, it's rare.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, no, I know. I don't know the whole
It's in the
magnetic science
winter
behind
mostly.
it.
What?
It's in the winter mostly.
Well, it's just no. It's all the time. It's just in the winter it's easier to see because it's dark. Because in the summer
Correct.
it's light out.
Well, yeah,
right?
there you go. That's why.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it is mostly
That's
in the
what I'm
winter.
trying to say.
But I mean, you have the physical phenomenon like happens all the
Okay,
time.
yeah.
It's just that it's harder. You can't see it in the
Yeah,
summer because
exactly.
it's so light out.
But
Yeah. It's a sight to
So-
see.
in 2015, I took like an impromptu trip up north to Whitehorse in the Yukon.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. I was planning on going somewhere by myself, but I waited way too long, and the prices of tickets to other to warm places.
Wait, this is
were-
a good story actually.
Yeah. So
I've heard this one. I know
this
this one.
is December 2015, and I was gonna book like an impromptu flight. I was looking at flights like Cuba, Mexico, stuff like that. I was like, I want to go somewhere warm. I want to practice my Spanish, and but the flights were like ridiculously expensive. So I was like, okay, I can't do that. And then I was looking at like other options, and then I was like, what about up north? Like going to see the Northern
Let's
Lights,
change the
and,
direction
going
here.
to snowmobile and like ice fishing and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah,
why didn't I
boys.
do that? So I ended up taking a bus from Edmonton to Whitehorse.
Greyhound?
Greyhound.
Yeah.
And it took 28 hours to get there.
Dude.
28 hours.
Basically a
From
Nicaraguan bus trip in Canada.
From
boys.
Edmonton to Whitehorse. That's not even cross country. That's only like a little bit of the country. Like
You
compared.
probably make a ton of stops though, right?
Oh yeah. You
Yeah,
make
yeah.
a stop
Wait,
every
where do you
like
stop?
2 hours.
Where do you stop?
Oh, you stop at places like Grand Prairie, Dawson
yeah,
Creek,
man. All the
Fort Nelson.
dude riding a Greyhound in Canada is like
Yeah, you
Yeah,
stop
but
at
going
all
up
the
there,
small
how many
towns.
places are there up there?
There's a few
There's
small
few,
towns.
man. Yeah,
There's small
few
towns.
little-
Every hour and a half, 2 hours, there's a small town.
So what? You got to Whitehorse, and
Yeah, I got to Whitehorse.
I heard it's beautiful.
It's amazing. I couldn't believe it. And
Yukon.
Okay. Yeah, keep going.
no.
Okay, I was gonna say. So here's the thing. Because I got quarantined, but I come back January, right?
And Italy.
But you gotta work.
Eventually.
When does work start in January?
Second week, January.
Oh, yeah, I got. Oh, okay. But it'd be cool. It'd be cool to go up there.
Dude, I have no money. I
That'd
can't
be
go
cool.
anywhere right now.
Yeah, but that's January,
January.
dude. We're talking January, dude. You're gonna be
January.
Cody, you're gonna be a millionaire in
yeah,
January. Come on,
right.
come on,
Yeah,
Cody.
Dude, you'll have upped your italki rates by then.
Oh yeah.
Cody,
right.
you're gonna be a millionaire by
Dude,
January.
some of those German teachers charge mad dough.
I know, yeah.
Dude, pinche mosquito, eh?
Deutsche Bank. just
Cody, you're
fucking
gonna
own
be
it.
a millionaire by then. You're
Okay,
gonna drive us
so
up in your
anyways,
limo.
Back to my story.
Yeah.
So,
We like the tangents on this show.
Yeah.
All about the tangents.
So I got to Whitehorse, and I got there during like a heat wave in the winter. Like it was like 0 degrees the whole time in freaking Whitehorse in December. I couldn't believe it. It was nuts. Like the snow was melting, and
It's the north.
it was very, very interesting being up there. Like it was just such a different feeling from the rest of the world. Like, I mean, the city itself. So Whitehorse is the capital of the Yukon Territory.
Which is like the size of Strathmore, maybe a little bigger.
Yeah, man, there's 20,000 people
Yeah,
living in Whitehorse.
yeah, man.
20,000 people that live in the capital
It's a lot.
of the territory.
It's a lot.
And you just get a feeling from
Different
like,
vibe, right?
from, yeah, it's a totally different vibe from talking to the people.
Yeah.
And like, I remember I went out to the bar a couple nights there, and just like meeting some of the locals.
Mm-hmm.
And like I also met some people who were also traveling there, so I met some like international people, and I also met some locals. And just like from talking to the locals, like they were so different, like just like the mentality of life they had, and like
I'm gonna drop some facts.
and okay, yeah, go ahead.
A fact. So there's one international flight to Whitehorse, Yukon.
Oh,
There's
from
one-
Anchorage.
No. It's
Oh,
not from
where?
Anchorage. It's one international flight. Guess where it's from?
From Russia.
Pinche sueco.
No. It's from frickin' Frankfurt.
No.
Yeah.
Actually,
It's from
Kate,
Frankfurt.
that
That makes sense.
you know
It's
what? That does
Frankfurt.
not surprise
No,
me.
no, no.
Germans love this
Yeah.
part of the world.
It's a chartered flight once a week that goes from Frankfurt to Whitehorse. It's like 12 hours, and it's a bunch of German tourists
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
love Northern Canada.
Yes, that
Yeah,
really
love the
does
Yukon.
not surprise me because half the people I swear I met up there were from Germany.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
on that flight.
Really?
They were on that
so
flight.
many Germans up there.
Dude.
Yeah, yeah. I couldn't believe it. And
Wait, in the winter?
yeah,
Huh?
even in the winter. So, yeah.
That's so strange.
Talking to the
Like,
locals.
why? What are you doing here? Like,
Man, they love it.
Yeah.
Like just like the Asians like the Northern Lights.
Yeah.
like
It's the
just in
nature.
generality,
it's just something
right?
we don't
Like
have, right?
yeah, man. Like let's go to Banff. Not this year, but any other year. like
in the summer,
tons of
but,
Germans.
Like in
man.
December? The Munches.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to the locals. You can tell they have like this internalized cabin fever. It's so
Really?
weird. Yeah,
Like
like
that much vastness around them.
because like I'm talking about in terms of society. Because they like most of them have never left the Yukon. They
Right.
they don't know what the rest of the world is like.
Okay.
So they've just like lived in this little bubble their whole life, and it shows in the way they. It's really hard to explain,
Yeah.
and like I think the only way you can understand it is if you go there and like just see what these people are like. It's not bad.
No.
It's just so interesting.
Yeah, because you just know that world
Yeah.
that you're in, and I've always been a little jealous of that actually. Like people make fun of people in the States. Oh, they've never been out of their county. I don't know. I kind of like people that like are experts in their localities too.
That's cool, isn't it?
It's the yin and the yang to
Yeah,
the, like
exactly.
the international, which I also love too. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
Mhm.
But yeah, like I remember with my parents when they went, they said like people just drove old vehicles there. Like it wasn't all fancy schnazzy stuff. Like you know, that's part of a different mindset.
Yeah.
So
I respect
the
it.
North boys.
It's just not me.
Yeah, well no, that's just
Oh yeah,
it, right?
That's
That's just
not
it.
for me either.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's for any of us. Because
Like, Like, a thing I've been thinking about recently is that, like, I'm going on my little trip now, right? So I'm going first to the States, and then I'm going to Spain, right?
Yeah.
It's like I'm going home.
Yeah, well,
Everywhere
Vermont is your... Massachusetts is your other home.
No, but Spain is my other home as well. Like, I go to Spain, I'm going home. A little bit. It feels like that.
Like home in Europe, or what do you mean?
No, it's like I've been to Barcelona. Dude, I used to go to Barcelona when I was a kid all the time.
See, that's so weird for like a Midwesterner
I
like
know,
me.
yeah.
Like, that's just like...
I used to go to Barcelona all the time. Like,
Yeah,
going
I
to
know.
Barcelona,
That's
for me,
cool.
everyone speaks Spanish. It's in Europe.
Yeah.
I don't need a visa or anything. I just go there, show my passport, whatever. Not a big deal.
Yeah, I
like,
know.
it's home. And like
Really?
So that's pretty
Barcelona,
cool.
FC Barcelona, it's home.
Yeah.
Going to New England, home.
See, the equivalent for me is going to like Nipawin, Saskatchewan, or something.
Yeah.
Like that's where I went
Yeah,
as a kid,
yeah.
right?
But,
But
like-
no, that's
Like, it's the same thing. Like, if I were to go to Germany, it's going home.
Yeah, I always take for granted the vicinity of Europe. Like,
I don't know what
How,
it is,
like,
but
the
like I
proximity.
like to think of like North America and Europe as home. That's my home.
Yeah, no,
is
you're
those two
right.
continents. And then if I go to South
wait,
America every once in a while, I leave home.
I was
But it's still like if I go to Colombia, it's like
see
It's
the
so
like.
familiar.
it's
Yeah,
mi
like-
país, it's mi país.
Do you mean like a connection you've made? Because the next time I go to Nicaragua, my heart's gonna be like grande, right?
I know what it is, but,
because
like-
you just made a connection and you're going back.
These two continents, North America and Europe, that's that's
Okay.
me, man. That's me.
And you know what?
And then South America is not far behind. Like, love South
I
America.
can relate how you feel with Colombia because when I went back to China the second time, it like it
Yeah, but
wasn't like it wasn't home.
Is China
like-
home for you?
But you're familiar
But
though.
it was so familiar. Like, and
Yeah,
I,
man.
when I got there, it was like,
Yeah.
hey, like
It's not.
this is normal.
It's no longer a foreign country,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Yeah.
Especially Cody knowing the language in China.
After living
See,
there
the
for
second
2
time I
years,
went back to Nicaragua, man, because I had just been there the previous year, and it's like, this isn't like, I'm not getting my mind blown. I'm here again, and
But
I'm
don't
just
get me
like,
wrong, like it's not
amazing.
like this. It's not like this for me with all of Europe, but like if I go to Spain, Germany,
Sure, yeah, no.
Scandinavia, even
Yeah.
the UK, like go to UK, like hell yeah.
How about if you go to Romania?
Never been, never been,
Dude.
never met anyone from
Romance
Romania.
language. Really? The dude I went to Nicaragua with, we worked out. He was the volunteer at the same placement as me, and he spoke Romanian. And Alex, shout out to Alex, however he's doing nowadays. And dude, I was so
Go
jealous because with his Romanian, he was picking up Spanish like
Really?
way quick. Oh yeah, man, it's the Romance language hack, right? Like if you
Like
have
English, come on.
no, man, no, like, cause I would be like, he'd be like, what did Manuel just say about the like goats or whatever? He's like, blah blah blah. Like Alex would know right away, and I'd be like, dude, how'd you know that? And then like, yeah, man, and because he just
Think
his
to God, I was
Romanian,
way-
his Romanian was just like his laddered to Spanish. So yeah, that I know one Romanian in life, but that's a cool like language hack. That's why we're talking about Catalan and Portuguese with you, dude. You already do know quite a bit, just like
Look,
Alex knew a ton
Do
of
we want to have a
Spanish.
challenge here, like?
Well, that's
Like,
your
when I-
challenge.
For what?
When I
Me and Cody are
No.
having Korean War 2.0
No.
eventually.
yeah, but like when I come back from Barcelona, we'll.
Which challenge do you want to do?
Catalan. Catalan.
Oh, that won't be
Catalan?
fair.
No, I'd say
No,
we go.
no,
I say
no,
we
we
go
don't-
Italian. Italian's more neutral. Like
I wasn't gonna say necessarily between us. I was gonna say like I'll have a little challenge of my own, but we
Sure,
can do Italian
yeah.
as well. Like whatever. I'll do Italian.
yeah, that's
Italiano.
worth
Mi scusi,
pondering
mi
on.
scusi.
Scusi, yeah.
That'll be for you two.
Mi scusi, Italiano.
Yeah, no, yo, I'd be
Marcus
down.
and Ian facing off with Italian.
What about you?
Italiano.
I'm not gonna. No, because
You want to do Russian?
Korean was just me.
What
and
about
you.
Russian?
So why don't you two do Italian?
But I think it'd be funny if we did a three-way, a threesome.
Language, yeah.
Language threesome.
Eventually, but
We'll
I
figure
think
it out, man. We'll
Yeah,
figure
yeah.
it out. This is all a
The
work in
language
progress.
threesome. That's like the perfect.
We're only on
pod
episode 9,
title.
folks. We'll figure this out.
Episode 20 is gonna be the pod
Oh
threesome.
man. You know what? Eventually, I have to do Russian though, because I have so many
Yeah, you
students
do.
on iTalk
Yeah, you
from
do,
Russia.
bro.
Like,
You do.
yeah, like that was another really interesting interaction that I had today. Is like I had these 4 teachers, like these 4 girls, that just wanted to have like a group lesson with me,
Zinka.
and that was the first time. Yeah, like I was intimidated for 2 reasons. One, because they're also teachers, and I've never taught other teachers.
Right.
And two, because they, it's a group lesson, right?
Right.
So I've never taught a group lesson online. So
Right.
I was like,
That's a new experience.
oh yeah, but they were all really chill, very relaxed, super friendly. So
You teaching English?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll figure out these challenges. I'm down for.
But I'm ready to learn some new languages, man. First of all, my Spanish is gonna get so good.
Dude, you'll be speaking.
Castellano.
Dude, you might get cast in season 5 of Casa de Papel. If you see La Maserati, saludos de señoreño. Pues.
Seas mamón.
Boys.
Seas mamón.
Before this pod ends, we didn't say it. Azarin, it's lingoholics. It's not lingua. I do dabble in a little bit of Latin, but not enough to call us linguaholics, bro. Come on. Come on, dude. You got a way bigger platform than us. No mames. I just want to add that.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, like, that's a pretty good way to end it.
Yeah, I mean, lingua. I'm not like. Lingua means language.
I can see where he was coming from.
But, like, come on,
that.
man. Lingo.
Yeah, I mean, he saw the name.
Get with the lingo,
You
Azrin.
can raid.
You nerd. That's all I gotta say.
Fair enough. All right.
So,
We'll see if he gets the message.
Oilers are my second favorite team. Should we say go Flames, though?
Go Flames, man. Go Flames.
But no,
Las
how
Llamas?
can you say
Cody,
go Flames if
Because it's one of the 3 Canadian teams that are still in the playoffs.
Alberta
No,
represent.
if you're an Oilers fan, like, you always want the Flames to go down.
All right.
Like, you want them to go down in flames.
Cody. No seas mamón. All right,
If Calgary raises the
Guys,
cup in
last
Edmonton's
words.
arena,
Oh, that would be... I feel like
Last
pain.
words,
El
boys.
dolor.
that's
boys,
like
boys, boys,
every
boys,
Edmonton
boys,
fan
boys,
is committing...
Buen viaje, Marcus.
Buen viaje, Markus.
Bon voyage.
Marcos. Pinche codo.
Gute Reise.
Últimas palabras, o qué?
Gute Reise.
Gute Reise.
Ja.
Das ist alles.